Hey guys, it's your girl Jen. I'm sitting here with F-Dub and Count Bluntas from GoldenGoonz Entertainment. How are you guys today?
Alright, how you doing?
I'm okay. So let's talk about a little bit of the music industry and how you guys are into it and like how you guys got started. So what made you start in the music industry?
Well, same, story like everyone else. When I was young, I used to listen to a lot of hip-hop music, a lot of underground, and the whole culture of it. So, that's what, just, doing what I had to do, come up in the game and just beasting and,
Word. I used to love listening to Stretch and Bob on KCR. Used to stay up all night, tape those shows, and dreamed of one day being here where I'm at today, working with great artists like F-Dub. So basically just try to pay my dues and get as good as possible at making beats, producing, engineering, and all that good stuff. So.
Great. So what is GoldenGoonz Entertainment, guys? What is it? What's it about? How'd you get it? How did it start?
Well, it started between myself and F-Dub. Basically wanted to create our own company where we could do whatever we wanted to do and not be dependent on anybody else, any commercial radio, any underground radio companies. So we have full creative control on what we put out, the type of music, who we have involved. So we basically just wanted to have control of everything, so we could put out the best music from our hearts that we want to do.
Nice. And what do you guys do in GoldenGoonz? Like, what is your job title? What do you guys what do you put into it for it to be what it is?
a lot of hard work, music, beats, visuals, presentation.
And you do that all on your own, or
yeah,
you have other people who help you?
Well, we have different, we're not just the only GoldenGoonz members. We have Zebs, Frankie Fingers, Cool the Gray, MGs. So everybody basically share, their thoughts to one another, and we feed off that.
Now, is GoldenGoonz Entertainment based only in the U.S. or are you guys worldwide?
Yeah, we're starting to get worldwide.
Okay.
We actually have a lot of music now playing in overseas. We have joints in Norway. I think we have something going on in Amsterdam, Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And what message are you trying to project to your public, to your listeners? Are you guys trying to project like an idol image? Is there a certain look or sound you're trying to show us? What is it?
We're trying to give that new sound, and at the same time keep it like New York, and new things to talk about, new day, new generation type. We're trying to make music that can reach out to everybody and make people feel comfortable in their own, skin, because now when you think about hip-hop, you think about, baggy jeans and your hat backwards. It don't have to be all that. So I think we're one of the few that are starting to make music that embrace people's true colors and make them feel, who they are.
So, do you guys consider yourself different than the rest that's out there right now, or do you feel like you guys are just gonna be a part of that mix, or are you?
Well, I feel like we're doing our own thing. Like personally, we just do it for the love of music. If we make $1 or if we make $1 million, we'd rather make $1 million just so we can continue on. But we have day jobs. We work hard, so we basically just try to grind. And I don't think we are really like anybody else, because we have our own ideas, our own plans, and we really don't take like too many concepts from like commercialism or like rip YouTube videos and stuff like that. So we do everything from scratch, from the ground up. We got like sample-based beats using like awesome songs from the 70s, and we do brand new things just from scratch to be more up to date in terms of today's sound. So I don't think really anybody can compare with what we're doing. Some people might be making more money or get more fame or this or that, but we do it from the heart, and I think people are going to respect that, and the people that listen to GoldenGoonz material, they're going to want to come back for more.
Okay, okay. And who is your guys' inspiration? Like, who do you listen to? Since we listen to you, who do you guys listen to?
I listen to a lot of Nas, a lot of Lloyd Banks, a lot of Saigon, a lot of Gucci Man. Um, but my most inspiration I will have to say Rakim and Mobb Deep, big time. So.
Bluntas?
Growing up here in Brooklyn, I'm definitely a big fan of Boot Camp Click, Smith & Wesson, OGC. Big fan of also DITC from the Bronx, OC, Fat Joe, Lord Finesse. As a producer, I'm a big fan of DJ Premier, Buck Wild. Those are basic, Diamond D, of course. Those are my main influences. But like Dubby said, love Mobb Deep, Nas, Wu-Tang Clan.
Biggie Smalls too. I
Of
forgot
course,
to say
Biggie,
Biggie.
Jay-Z, Big L, R.I.P. It's a fantastic MC.
Mm-hmm.
And the list goes on and on. Basically, most of the underground stuff I used to love in the mid-90s. So anything that was on KCR, Arsonist, Juggernauts, Yes and Shia, all those kind of cats.
And are there specific artists that you'd want to work with in the future? When, if you make it or if you get up there high enough and you are able to pick and choose? Are there artists you'd want to work with?
I would like to work with, of course, Nas. Prodigy. I'm not very picky. I like to work with anybody. Like, I'm willing to work with anyone that works hard as I do. Because, I really put in that work. And I'll be happy to work with anyone that work hard as I do. So.
Okay. And do you guys feel like you'd be like competition for those guys if you were to work with them, or would you be willing to also venture out into different kind of music, not just with rappers and not just with?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely hell yeah. I wanted to work with anybody. GoldenGoonz is not just about rapping and we do all type of music from rock to techno, all that, you know what I'm saying, reggaeton, we do it all, so we're not just hip hop artists and the rap thing. Like, we do all type of music, country, whatever. That's a new that's why I'm saying, like, that's one of the new things that people can't catch up with us, because like I said before, we're not scared to make those type of decisions where we feel we can make pop songs and love songs and and not be scared to do it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Okay. And what do you think of the music out now?
Terrible. It's terrible. It's not
commercial.
Yeah,
Very commercial.
It's too much commercials, too much crunk music, which I like crunk, but it's just too much of it. Now it's like, it's easy to make music, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got their own studios, they make their own beats, so it's, and you have social network now, so it's a little easy. It's more of a competition, but I look into people that really, could spit, really got good productions behind them, but I mean, we're here to change that. Hopefully we can bring it back to the era where people are scared to get them, back on the mic and kick some shit.
Yeah, we're really looking to handle music through the MC perspective rather than the rapper perspective. There's 1,000,001 rappers out there, but there's not really too many MCs. Like back in the day when artists were actually masters of ceremony, not just trying to spit a 16 on a commercial joint. So these days we're really looking for people that are polished, that have excellent stage presence, that can basically reflect GoldenGoonz positively and not just the stuff like you hear on the radio. I don't have anything against the radio or the stuff they play. I just really don't listen to it too much because everybody knows there's only a couple major labels that run the radio stations and allow the music that's on there, and most of that music's not really sending a positive message, even though it might be dope or sound awesome in the club, but a lot of those messages aren't really good. And when you're young and impressionable, that's the stuff you hear and you think that that's the way you're supposed to be, and then when you get caught up in it and you get arrested, you sell drugs, there's nothing wrong with guns. You should have the right to carry arms here in this country, but not necessarily, just to show or go around and, try to be cool or stick people up who also have families. So we're really trying to promote a positive message and not the negativity that we're so used to seeing today on TV and on the radio.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's awesome. And where do you see yourself in the years to come? In the future for GoldenGoonz Entertainment, for you guys? Where do you see yourselves?
Well, I think we see ourselves as just continuing and building on what we started here, which is basically an independent music company and delivering like excellent music throughout the world. So it's really basically music, videos. I'm sure we'll come out with some books here and there, maybe a movie down the line. So you never know. Just keep an eye on us, and you'll see how we grow.
Okay. We're looking forward to that. And what is your main goal for GoldenGoonz Entertainment? What is the main goal for them?
Success, man.
Yeah.
That's what I see. Success, being loyal to one another, and keep making good ass music, good music. Never forget, the people that made you where you at today, and don't step on toes, and do what you gotta do for you and your family and friends, and that's what we do. I don't just do it for myself and for my partner. I do it for my family members, my friends, people that supported me from day one. I do it for those people. So if people could, just show love back and appreciate that, then to me that's success for GoldenGoonz. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah, and we want to be able to give people, like younger artists, the opportunity to grow with us.
Right.
So like in case when we were younger, we didn't have the opportunity necessarily to work with people that we wanted to work with, or had doors closed. So we just want to give the opportunity to the younger generation to basically, get put on and, grow with us.
Would you think that is your motivation to do what you do in the studio and with Frankie?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we put in so much time and so much hard work throughout the years, and I didn't know Frankie when I was young. We just met like about 4 years ago, and since then we took off. But before then, I was working hard by myself. Dubby was working hard, but since we met, we put our minds together, and that's what's building up the way we need to be. So I kind of would love to give somebody else an opportunity to grow with us, basically, and basically give them the opportunity that we didn't have when we were younger.
Yes.
So, and try to guide them in the right direction, and teach them what we didn't know, what we had to learn for ourselves all these years. So if we could give and impart those lessons to people when they're younger, they won't have to go through the trials and tribulations that we did.
Right.
And it might be less headaches for them coming up, and just more knowledge.
The way we see it, it's like one hand washes the other, both hand washes the face situation. So that's how we play.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
And what projects are out now?
We have my album that's out right now, The Lovey Dubby Show, on iTunes and Amazon and cdbaby.com. We have Future Paradise with Count Bluntas and Frankie Fingers is out right now. We have Cool the Great, B.I.G, Beast in the Game, that's out right now. We're working with Zeb's new album that's coming out.
The Mots. Coming out 4/20 next month.
Shout out to Zeb's. Shout out to Zeb. Shout out to Frankie Fingers, MGs, Rico, Tommy Guns, the whole camp. Cool the Great, everybody. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Bianco, BX.
Yeah, shout out to my nigga.
Also, we did a rock album with this cat, Moe Tunes.
Moe, yeah.
Moe Tunes, he also does tremendous guitar work on some of the Lovey Dubby tracks.
Yeah.
Now, was that different than your normal music base? Was that, did you guys think of, was that a different experience than you normally have, since it's not the rap music?
Yeah, absolutely. Every music is its own beast, so you have to know how to approach it and basically bring a different skill set to the table. Like as an engineer recording hip hop, it's pretty straightforward. You have a beat and you record some vocals, do some layering and some mixing. With rock, it's a little bit different. There's a lot more that goes into it. Recording live guitars, getting the best performances, and it's a little more time consuming, but it's well worth it.
Okay. Okay. And how many artists are in GoldenGoonz besides you two?
We have Cool the Great, Frankie Fingers, Zebs, MGs, Rico Law, Bianco. Am I missing anybody else?
Moe Tunes.
Moe.
Now, are there any females?
Yeah.
There's females?
We don't want to talk about it yet because it's a surprise.
Oh, okay.
We'll get back
okay,
to you on that.
We will
But
not reveal that yet.
Yeah,
people.
we have a female, and
It's under construction.
it's under construction at the work right now. But shout out to her; she know who she is, so we're working right now.
Now, since you two are, I would say, the main guys of GoldenGoonz, how does everybody else play a part to make this entertainment company? How do they all help you out? Like, how do they add into the mix?
Well, their personality, the sense of humor, their vibes, it's always good to have different people around. So when you have actually those good friends and partners that are really willing to all control one tempo, that's how I look at it. So that's how I look at the team right now. Everybody's one tempo. You know, every move that we make, we feel comfortable with, you know, and I don't feel like if he got a plan or something like that, I got an idea for this, I'm 100 for it. He feels the same way with me, the same way with the other artists too. Everybody got their own freedom, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, we let our artists operate independently,
they,
creatively. We'll give our suggestions and ideas.
And that helps us too. It helps me as an artist too.
Is there any conflict because of the different ideas and there's so many of you?
Nah.
Or you guys always into
Honestly, there's not one bit of conflict.
Yeah.
Like, I think the people that come around, they respect what we do and they see how hard we work, and basically they want to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really about if we're going to accept them for what they are, because everybody's bringing a little bit something different to the table, and their own fan bases as well. So we really don't want like two of the same type of people necessarily.
Yeah, everybody's different.
So like Dubby has his own fan base and his own style, while Zeps, has his own style and his own fan base and murders it in Norway. Dubby kills it in the Philippines. I got Cool the Great from Jamaica. He got his own fan base. We got Frankie Fingers, who's basically the young buck of the clan, and he got his own ideas, his own style, and he's fantastic as well. So basically everybody has something a little bit different that they bring and a different style. Like my boy Bianco, who will be coming out with some stuff in the future. He's more like the B.I.G style, like a Terror Squad type of style. So everybody got their own kind of niche that that they operate in, and we all kind of form together
And become one.
under the same double G umbrella.
Okay.
Nice.
And since the logo is sitting so lovely behind you guys, can you explain to me where the idea came from for the Buddha? And how you got the idea for the logo? What does it stand for? Or does it stand for anything?
The logo came about, well, originally, wow.